is KDLD Santa Monica and KDLE Newport Beach, LINOC. This is Camp Freddy Radio.
The following takes place between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Billy Morrison, Dave Navarro, Matt Sorum, Donovan Leach, and Chris Cheney.
Today is the longest day of my life.
This is Camp Freddy Radio on the Independent FM Indy 103.
Oh yeah, here we are. Saturday. Beautiful outside. This is Matt Sorum, and I got a friend with me. I said it was going to be a surprise, but I posted it on.
Oh, you did post it.
Yeah. I got Slash here, people. Slash is lighting up the smoke.
Yeah, I just fucking put it out by accident.
Oh, nope. No cussing. Slash. It's not, this isn't satellite radio here. This is the real deal.
Okay, sorry.
Did you dump that one there, TK?
Yeah.
Okay, good boy. Wow, what a week, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You got to tell us more about your story last night, though, because that's great. That's like the flip side to the way my evening went. Mine was totally quiet and just like
really. I'm hurting today, dude.
And that's the way
I kicked the last person out of my house about an hour ago, so I'm kind of hurting. But I guess we can tell what we did last night, right?
Yeah. Well, you know,
it wasn't like top secret or anything.
No. Well, the first James's thing, which was a big deal, right?
Well, we did this Velvet Revolver, played an acoustic set. At this thing at the Henry Fonda Theater.
One song.
Yeah, one song. And it was for Music Cares, which is it's like a musician's assistance program. It basically helps guys that get out of control. Helps put them in rehab and stuff like that. So last night they honored James Hetfield, which everyone pretty much knows that he cleaned up his act and whatnot. So it was a really cool night. Tom Waits played 4 songs. Great. That was amazing. And Black Rebel Motorcycle Club played a couple tunes acoustically. That was cool. And then the end of the night was James Hetfield and
Jerry Cantrell,
Sean Kenny on drums.
What's his face?
And the crazy bass player.
Why can't I never remember his name? He's such a cool guy, but isn't something about his name's hard to pronounce?
The dude in Metallica, man. The new dude. What's his name, TK? God, I know his name.
It'll come.
Okay, hold on. So they started off, they played 2 Alice tunes, and James Hetfield sang them. It's pretty killer. And then they did one Metallica tune acoustically, was it Unforgiven or one of those?
Yeah. So I hung out waiting for that to start, and James came on and did his speech. Yeah. And at that point, I listened to his whole speech, and then there was another break, and I was like, I gotta go.
There wasn't a lot of alcohol there, was there?
Well, when I first walked in,
there was no alcohol.
When I first walked in, there was a full bar, and they closed it the second I walked in. But
right. Well, that was the concept of that whole thing was like,
I know. I said, why even have a bar there? I was prepared for it to be totally dry.
I saw Lemmy from Motorhead there. I go, Lemmy, what are you doing here, dude?
I know. Why?
He's like, I go, there's no bar. He's like, I'm not staying long.
It was funny though, and
yeah.
But the owners of the place sort of hooked me up with a little bit of a sort of ease the tension cocktail.
They did. They hooked you up.
Yeah.
After that, I went out and I got up. It was like about 11 o'clock, and I headed out to this little soiree, so to speak, with Mr. Ulrich, and it was like old times,
I guess
it got ugly. Every time I see him, he's like a trigger for me,
I know. Well, he is a trigger.
I did a lot of tours with that guy. And, it's like we don't see each other often. When we do, it goes definitely south.
So Lars is still Lars, and James
is James, and Lars is Lars, and people do what they do,
That's cool.
I mean, you can't tell somebody what they can do with their body, man.
Right. But, all in all, it was a pretty special evening, but there's just such a somber experience when you get there, and it's just the whole thing's sort of like this linear kind of like,
It wasn't a lot of zaniness.
It's like going to a meeting.
Yeah. It was a nice vibe, though.
Yeah. Everybody was
Slash is all bummed at me, right? Because, what was that, Friday? No, it was last night, Friday.
I was bummed at you.
You were bummed at me Thursday. I went to Magic Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
I went to this private party at Magic Mountain. Me and Morrison went out there.
I'm really envious of
And Slash is like, why didn't you take me, dude? I tell him about the next day. Basically, the dude from Girls Gone Wild, what's his name? Joe Francis.
Yeah.
I don't really know the guy, but someone invites me, so I go. I've met him a couple times, but he rents the whole park out.
That's right.
And there's like 2,000 people, and it was like mostly chicks. Luckily. for a single guy like me. It was cool.
I can only imagine what kind of scene that was.
Well, check it out, though. There was this bar. They had a bar. He hooked that up. And all the Hollywood types were hanging by the bar, right? And no one was riding the rides. They're like doing the stuff they could have been doing in Hollywood. You know, they could have been at some club on, Hollywood Boulevard drinking. And no one was on the rides.
Everybody was probably just too
so I'm running around. Yeah,
throw up.
I'm running around, dude. I'm running around. I'm going straight to the front, right on the front of the whatever ride, Scream or Batman. I got on like Scream. I rode 3 times in a row because there was no one on it. It was amazing. The next day though, I paid my dues, dude. I'm still hurting.
Right.
Like spinning.
Are you sore?
Oh, I'm so sore. I rode 15, 16 rides, I think.
I would have loved to have gone to that. That would have been so much fun.
See, now, if you have to go on a regular day in Magic Mountain, it's like, you're standing in line for like 4 hours to get on, Backstream or whatever ride it is, It was awesome.
I saw a commercial on my way just before I left to come here for that new ride. I can't remember the name of it, but it just looks really
the Dragon ride.
So back in the day,
I didn't get on that one, actually, because there was actually a line for that one.
Right. Magic Mountain was the place that you used to go to when you were like in your pre-pubescent years.
Yeah,
when you were like 12 and 13.
Yeah, go looking for chicks.
Go looking for girls. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. I haven't been in a long time.
And it's funny because we saw Ozzy last night too.
Right? Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
And I said, hey, I went to Magic Mountain. I saw your Kid Kelly out there. He goes, how come she didn't tell me? I'd love to go there.
Right?
he wanted to hang too, man. I mean,
what's cool though? Like when the whole thing about having not gone in so long. When you told me that, I was like, I would have loved to.
You know what? I turned into such the adrenaline junkie, man. I was freaking out.
You were wired yesterday.
I was so wired. I'm still wired, but I'm
I suppose though. I won't get to go until London turns,
Well, he's got to be tall enough to get on the ride,
14,
you know what I mean?
12 or 14.
Because they still got the little line, you got to be like a certain height requirement to get on there.
Yeah, I remember. Actually, I got busted there for weed.
You did, huh? Yeah. Oh, so they still got your name on the list?
I got searched on appearance, just on appearance.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't do anything to cause it.
What year was that? What year was that?
I don't know. I must have been about probably, 13
really?
or 14 years old.
Yeah, you had the crazy hair. You always had the crazy hair.
They threw me out.
You've always had the wild hair.
Yeah, I always had long hair and the jeans and the rock and roll T-shirt and all that. And they just said, "Look, he looks suspect. Let's get him."
Well, I remember all the airports we used to go to back in the day, man. We were always getting pulled aside. I mean, there's those guys.
But I mean, can you imagine? It's the beginning of the day, and you just got through the line at Magic Mountain. You're about to walk.
You could sue for that these days. I bet.
What for?
I think that would be sort of a case.
Yeah, I think it should be illegal just to get somebody. The only thing was I was carrying, and so then
they make you like drop your drawers and stuff. They
took you. They have these little
rubber gloves and everything.
They didn't do that. But they have the designated places where they're like a changing booth, only they're sort of outdoors, but there's a wall, and they take you in there, and there's a table in there, and then they pat you down and do the whole nine.
Oh wow!
And then once they find something, then they really search you, and then out you go.
And then they kicked you right out. Yeah, no refund.
At least I didn't get arrested.
Don't pass go.
There'll be no. What was that double loop ride they had back in the day?
Oh well, that's Viper.
Something. Like No, it wasn't Viper. Or, it was before that.
Colossus.
Yeah,
that's the old school one. I rode that thing. It's an old rickety one.
So
yeah. All right.
So what are we?
I don't know.
Playing DJ.
We're just gonna play some music, I guess. Why not? We're here. I'm with Slash. This is Matt Sorum. You're listening to Camp Freddy Radio.
What kind, Matt?
Let me see here. Let me see. What, you want to hear some rock and roll? Hey.
Yeah, something heavy.
Play this. Play this. This is a little something that you might recognize. It's a song called Whole Lotta Rosie, but it's done by a band called Guns N' Roses. Live at the Ritz. Track 13. Hit it. You gotta go. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So let's get that one straight. That's definitely not from the Ritz.
No, Duff thought it was from the Marquee.
Yeah,
too.
It has to be the Marquee because I remember that's the only recording of that song we ever did, and for sure the telltale thing about that was when it says Angus in between the chord changes.
Yeah, it's very English.
That's English. They don't do that in America.
No, that was cool.
So
the Marquee, man. I went there. It was the first time I went to London. I went to the Marquee, dirty little, grimy little rock and roll club.
Yeah.
Ian Asbury took me there. And I had just gone there with the Colton, like 89. He got me a snake bite. That drink, the beer and the cider. I had 2 of those, man. I was just like, see ya.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't think that the cider combo with the beer. Yeah. That's how they do it in England. They mix it, and you're just like,
That was a great little, that whole little area, the Marquee and the Intrepid Fox and all those different little clubs in there, and a whole bunch of these little Indian, like McDonald's type fast food Indian joints.
Yeah, Indian food's so good when you're drunk, man. It's like spicy and...
I threw a shot glass at Phil Moog and it broke in his face.
What?
Yeah, the guy, remember from UFO?
Oh, yeah.
One night after going to the Marquee.
Oh,
I was with him and his brother, his cousin, whatever, from
Nigel from, what was that band? Axel really liked them.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
We're like brain dead today. It's like,
I'm not.
I am.
My exploits of
I was going to say Lords of the New Church.
No, not them.
We'll think of it in a minute. Nigel, call us and tell us what the name of your band was. I know you're listening.
It'll pop into my head.
Yeah, that singer's name was Spike.
Yeah. But I had a problem with Phil one night, and it was a real hard drinking time. We spent 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, like, I don't know, 10 days in London, did 3 shows at the Marquee, and it was just, those 10 days were just nothing but, it was insane.
Yeah. You know, the great thing about London when you stay in a hotel is, or England in general, they have a bar in the hotel, right? And the bartender has to stay there till you leave. It's called the Residence Bar. So the dude is like, they're sweeping up around you, the maid's cleaning, it's like 6, and the dude's still back there. Being a gentleman, too. Like, not being a, I can't say the word, but, not being cool.
Yeah.
And a gentleman, an English gentleman. Would you like another one? It's like 7 a.m., it's like, it's beautiful.
That's a good thing.
I remember one time I was with Zach Wilde and Randy Castillo, who was the drummer for Ozzy, who's passed away now.
Choir Boys.
London Choir Boys was the name of Nigel Moog.
That was going to kill me. That was going to distract me for the rest of the interview.
Yeah. And me and Zach and Randy Castillo were at the Residence Bar. And I just remember Zach Wilde on the piano, playing the piano, naked, singing Beth by Kiss. And me and Randy look over, and the little English maid, she's got the mop. She's kind of like just acting like nothing's going on. Like, no big deal. We have those kind of people here all the time,
How do you turn these off?
What is that?
This is my BlackBerry. This is a new one.
I have no idea.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Slash. Can you believe Slash with a Crackberry?
No, I got a laptop, though.
Yeah, look at him go.
This is how I started. I started with the Crackberry and then graduated to the laptop. So usually people have the laptop first, and otherwise before...
We don't even talk to each other as a band anymore. It's the first time we've actually talked to them in a while. We just Blackberry each other.
When we were on tour in Europe, and I first got my BlackBerry, and Graham had one, Dave had one, you had one, and Rocco had one.
Yeah.
And we were at the airport and somewhere in the middle of Europe, and we're all sitting around, and I realized that nobody's talking, and Duff didn't have one, and everybody's just sitting there fixed on this thing. And I thought Graham was just busy taking care of business. It turns out all he was doing was playing Brick Breaker, a little game that's on there. So every time I saw him like totally fixed on his fucking BlackBerry, he was playing the most brain dead game of all time.
Yeah, I remember that airport actually.
Do you
were there? No.
Oh no, it was. I think it was in Germany, if I remember correctly.
One of those sterile, horrible European, with cheese sandwiches.
Huge change for me all of a sudden. I lost my last one, and I went without one for about a month because I was waiting for the new one to come out.
Yeah.
And so I didn't actually have one for a while. It was the first time in a couple of years I haven't had one. I was like, Christ, you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
It's bad news.
So we might as well get to it. I guess you're not gigging with Axel this weekend, huh?
Oh yeah, right. Okay, well.
He's playing. He's playing. He played last night. He actually made the show.
Oh, he did? He played last night?
He played, yeah.
I saw a thing that was put out that said something to the effect that, I won't be doing any gigs until after a certain point, like he put out some sort of he did a radio interview, I guess, in New York, and he said whatever city he was going to be playing, he said it won't be until after that. I was like, where does this stuff all come from? But before that the whole thing was like everybody's just assumed that I'd quit Velvet Revolver and I was joining. Even you guys thought that.
Well, hey,
and then
can't believe everything you read.
It was like all these rumors going around, so I just wanted to dispel that one and the fact that I ever had a conversation with him at all.
Yeah.
And anything else.
Well, I told the story last week. I ran into him in New York and I actually talked to him, and it was fairly pleasant. It was very pleasant, actually. But we were both drunk, so that helped.
Well,
but,
And when we were on the red carpet last night, that was the first thing I went and talked to What's-Her-Face from CNN. And just so inundated with questions about what's going on with Velvet Revolver, all this, supposedly all this in-band, fighting going on, and then all this rumors about Guns N' Roses and this and that and the other. And I'm just like, I've been minding my own business, sitting at home, working on songs.
It's all going on out there.
The fact that people even care enough to start rumors and keep, regurgitating them, or what's the word? What's the expression called? What's the scientific name for a cow? When it does with its food,
regurgitates.
But there's a name for the type of animal. Ruminant. Ruminating.
Well, slap.
Ruminating all this BS.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, I guess Fall Out Boy isn't doing anything crazy to talk about, so they might as well talk about us old sods.
I guess that's one thing that's always gone along with that name. Guns N' Roses has always been the controversial, talk.
Yeah, well, like you said before, it didn't help us get through airports quickly.
No, that's true.
It's like you guys over there in the room, drop your pants.
I think this is the first time, though, that it's actually been so intrusive that you start like going, because I don't get on the computer and read everything that's going on. So it's always by word of mouth. Oh, I heard this, or I heard that. Where'd you hear that? Oh, it's online.
You can't get away with anything in this world anymore, man. I'm telling you. It's like, if you're down in Atlanta hanging out with some, a stripper, the next day it's on the internet, and if you got, an old lady back in, wherever.
Well, that's happened, yeah.
I mean, you can't, there's nothing you can do in the world that everybody isn't going to put up on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a real drag, actually.
In this case, though, it started stuff with my band. Of course, and that whole thing that I filed for divorce didn't go over well either.
Right. The old lady didn't dig that too much.
No, that was like, and I was like, what are you talking about? And he said, it's on, look on your computer. And I'd look on there and said, very matter-of-factly on the date that I did it, and this and that and the other, and all things considered.
Well, you get the Google thing going, don't you?
Yeah, they come up.
What do they call that?
Thing.
Google alert.
It's a Google alert. Yeah.
So if you put like certain words,
I've got Guns N' Roses, Velvet Revolver in there. And
you get just inundated. Maybe you should turn that off.
I did. No, I did.
Then it won't be so hard every day to just deal with. I mean,
sometimes
if you don't know, don't get on the thing.
I always know what gigs you're doing.
Yeah.
Where you're playing at, where Duff's playing at, where Scott showed up. This and that and the other.
Yeah.
But where I was a couple days ago, I was like, oh god.
I haven't Google alerted myself, so I'm worried to see what it's going to say about me.
Right. The fact that I was going to be here today.
Yeah. Hey, well, thanks for coming, Slash.
Oh yeah, it's good.
You've been on the 103 one other time with Mr. Jonesy, right?
That was cool. I came up here. I was promoting the a Les Paul tribute gig over at the Gibson Amphitheater.
Right.
It used to be Universal Amphitheater. And so what happened was we had the gig that night, and Les Paul couldn't make it. He was in the hospital.
He's sick, right?
Well, he's fine now, but he had pneumonia. So I came up here to promote the show, and a lot of good guys. Joe was playing it. Joe Perry was playing it. Buddy Guy was playing it. I was playing it. Joe Satriani. All these different guitar players.
Joe Satriani doesn't play a Les Paul, does he?
No, he doesn't. Actually,
I don't know if a lot of people out there know, but Les Paul's a real guy, okay? He's an old gentleman, and he invented the Les Paul guitar.
He just turned 90.
After his name, which is the guitar Slash plays. And
Jonesy.
And Steve Jones plays a custom, though. He plays a custom Les Paul. He plays standard.
Still Les Paul, though.
Yeah, it's a Les Paul. And a little guy named Jimmy Page plays Les Paul.
Oh, we could go on forever. Mick Taylor.
Yeah.
Keith Richards in his role that one Les Paul period.
He's kind of a telly guy now.
Yeah, he's a telly guy now. Joe Walsh. The list goes on and on. But the cool thing was, so Jonesy and I were here doing the interview, and I called Les at the hospital, and he had me and Les and Jonesy on there at the same time, which is sort of a dislocated generation hop.
Yeah, right. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, it must be awesome for him, just like all these different people that have taken his instrument and done so many wacky sounds with it.
I'm looking for I'm dying to get a pristine condition 59 Les Paul. And, a mint condition 59 Flame Top is $500,000. That's how much they're worth now.
Ooh.
Back in the day when, say, guys like, Eric Clapton were kids, that guitar you could probably get for $150.
Right. And there's not many of them left, right?
Well, there's they're around, but finding brand new ones that they call closet collectibles, where somebody had one that they bought way back in the day.
And
you know, you buy a guitar for your kid, and you know, all these years later, it's worth, you know, $500,000.
You have no idea. You go in there like, hey, there's this Johnny's guitar,
and they pop up.
You know, it's $500,000. Right?
And that one less.
Well, you got some crazy expensive guitars.
But you know that 59 I had, that was Joe Perry's, right? When his wife hawked that, she hawked it for some change, basically, you know, to keep the habit going. And no one knew exactly what it was. I ended up buying it years later for $800, and that guitar is worth probably a good $350,000, $400,000.
Really?
And I gave it back to Joe for his birthday.
What?
I know.
Is that before you found out it was worth $300,000 or after?
No, I knew. I knew it when I got it.
Well, he was calling you and begging for it.
Yeah, he wanted it back, and that was. He told me one night. He goes, you know, that's the only guitar, you know, that I had that would really remind me of that whole period, because he basically couldn't remember anything from the mid '70s. So, so I was like, well, you know, that's the only guitar that reminds me of that period too. Right. And so we went back and forth, and I offered to sell it to him for what I paid for it. Way back when we were doing the first tour opening for Aerosmith, and they at that point still didn't have any money, so he couldn't afford it. So I just held on to it, and I used it once for a video, and recorded one song on Use Your Illusions with it, and I kept it in its case and didn't really take it out much. So all these years go by, and I found out it's Joe's birthday is coming up, and I'm just like, wow. It was hard. It's still to this day.
You remember my birthday, right? Don't you?
Yeah, right.
November 19th. It's a little ways away, but you know, I'll remind you.
No, I remember your birthday, but there's nothing. I don't think I have anything that's worth that much that you would really want.
You got a. I know you got a Flying V guitar.
I have a Flying V, and I have the two, like the 5 really expensive collectibles that I have is I have a couple 59 Les Pauls in pretty decent condition, and I've got 2 58 Explorers, and I have a 58 Flying V, and and one other guitar that's I can't think of off the top of my head. Or it's a 58, another 58.
Wow.
Les Paul standard, but or Les Paul flame top, whatever. But they appreciate more than property. Guitars do, yeah.
It's like guitars and muscle cars.
So anybody who's out there that has a pristine quality 59 Les Paul flame top that just wants to give it to me out of the kindness of their heart.
Like you need another guitar.
I would love to get a really nice condition 59.
Hey, if anyone wants to call in and talk to Matt or Slash, we're here at 877-900-1031. And I don't see the phone lines lighting up.
I thought you were giving the address out for a second.
No.
Did you see the guy?
Come down. There's some dude out front wearing a shirt that says, Slash, you're awesome. And he wrote it with like an ink pen.
He walked up to me, and I was like, I just thought.
I was kind of worried about the guy, actually. He looked like the dude that shot John Lennon. I didn't like his vibe.
Oh, well, he's out there. He just came by and said hi, and then he said he was going to get in his car and make the long drive home. I guess he drove an hour over here.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, someone's calling. Hey, look at that. They're lighting up like crazy.
So,
hey, we on with them?
Oh, the headphones. Yeah.
Headphones. We got some callers.
Like
man, look at that. It's crazy. They want to talk to you, Slash.
Who do I want to talk to?
I don't know. Let's see who's there. Who's there? What's your name?
Hey, guys. My name's Edward.
Hey, Edward. What's up?
Not much, and I just driving to dinner for a pre-Mother's Day thing, and thank God I stumbled across you guys talking on the radio.
You got a 59 Les Paul?
Oh, shit. Excuse me. Yeah, I wish. My buddy's got like an old Les Paul Jr., I think.
No, I'm totally set. I know exactly what I want, but I appreciate it.
Well, talk to Joe Satriani, because although he's an Ibanez guy or whatever, he's got a monster collection of old Fenders and Gibsons.
Yeah, but he doesn't like me. He would never give me one.
Well, you never know. I mean, he doesn't sell as many records as you do, so maybe he'll need the money, and
Oh yeah, no.
Well, hey, thanks for calling, Edward. Say hi to Mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
See,
right.
Let's take another call. What's up? You're on with Camp Freddy Radio. Matt and Slash here. What's your name?
Hey, what's up? My name is Danny. I'm on my way to band rehearsal actually right now listening to you guys. I just wanted to say hi and that you guys inspire our music a lot. So thanks a lot.
Oh, well, thank you. And if that's the case, you're welcome. No, that's cool.
I have a crappy old guitar you can buy if you want to buy that.
No. Okay, get rid of him.
I should never.
Let's take one more call, and then we probably have to use the commercials, right? Yeah. We have to pay the bills, but let's take one more call first. Hey, you're on Camp Freddy Radio. What's your name?
This is Steve from West L.A. I called in last week.
Oh, you're the trumpet player.
Exactly. And now I know why they said to call back this week. Or at least I think I know.
Yeah, you're going to have to call after commercials, though, because you're going to play us something, right?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
Okay, and did you get any friends to come, like a trombone player or anybody?
Well, I don't have any friends. I mean,
I don't have
Oh, you don't have any friends. You just sit around your house with your trumpet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Working out covers.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
I dig that. But hey, check it out. Can he call? Can you hold him on there? And we have to pay some bills, and we'll get back at you.
You're a tough DJ.
Okay, see it.
You are. You're just like, all right.
Okay, commercials.
This is Camp Freddy Radio, Indy 103.1. You're listening to Camp Freddy Radio, Indy 103.1.
You guys
Matt Sorum and Slash here. Camp Freddy Radio. Yeah, Steve called last week, and he played us a little ditty. I can't remember, what was the tune again? Where's Steve?
Hello.
Steve, what was that tune you played last week? I forget.
Well, it was a very well-known song.
Oh, it was a GNR song. Was that Welcome to the Jungle, right?
Yeah, it was.
On trumpet?
Yeah, play a little bit of it for Slash, just to give him a little kick.
All right. Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
My wife is a huge GNR fan from way back in the day. And,
we're in Velvet Revolver, right? Okay.
Oh, and Bella, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. She even owns both Use Your Illusions. So, that's hardcore. But anyway, so, all right, here, I'm going to play the song, all right?
Okay, play us the new one, then I'll just play a little piece of jungle from.
All right, here we go, fellas.
That's jungle.
Yeah. It's like doing Axel's vocal.
It's a vocal, yeah.
Oh my. What? That was more. That was
guys
more.
still there?
That was more
pretty
out
cool.
than last week.
What?
Okay, you got a new one for us, though, don't you?
Oh, you want me to play a new one for you?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I'll play a new one for you. It's not GNR, but I think you guys will recognize it.
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Chief Trick.
Yeah. Surrender.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We got it. Surrender.
He can't hear us because he's just... He could hold us hostage right now and just keep doing
yeah,
it.
we're
He
gonna
would
have-
never-
Okay, stop. Oh my God, he's gonna do the whole song. Steve.
Oh, look, all the lights are turning off.
Now he's see. I'm gonna have to give him a little bit. Steve.
Huh?
We
Steve.
almost lost you there.
Steve.
Yeah?
Next time you do that,
Yeah.
you can never call here again.
What do you want?
Well, you
play the whole song.
man.
It wasn't the whole time. It's just a verse and a chorus.
Okay, we got it. You know
Yeah,
what?
but once you've done that, that's the whole song anyway.
Okay, Steve.
But
Steve.
that's great though. You're actually doing the vocal line, which is it's pretty interesting to hear it with that sort of that kind of
No, not really.
You guys asked me to call now.
I know, Steve. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, we're just
having some fun. That was great.
All right.
Okay, call back next week.
I enjoyed it.
All right, fellas.
All right, man. Thanks. Hey, why don't we play a song? Let's get some rock and roll going here. This is track 17. It's a little band called Alice in Chains. Oh, yeah. You like that one?
That's a short song, man.
Yeah, it's kind of short. 3 minutes.
Put my headphones back on.
Good little ditty, though.
I love
They played that last night, man. That was cool.
There was a time there when there was Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, and Lenny Kravitz's first record came out, and they all came out at the same time.
Yeah.
And that particular record was just like the tits.
Yeah. Good stuff. Jerry
like-
Cantrell
that was
on
right
stage
before Nirvana
last
came
night. He's looking good up there. I was rocking it. It was cool. So you're listening to Camp Freddy Radio on this beautiful Saturday evening, going into the evening. And I got Slash here with me.
Hello.
TK's here, hanging. Where's the beer, TK?
Almost here.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Well,
People are barbecuing out there right now.
all right.
Drinking beer
I'm hungry too.
in the backyard. You hungry?
A little bit.
Can we barbecue, TK?
If I'm up for the whole trail mix thing, though.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't look too good.
No, it's not good. So what else is happening, Slash? What else we got to talk about? What else? What other rumors do we have to?
I don't know.
Is it all done? It's done,
I think
right?
all the rumor
cleaned it all up.
That's pretty much the long
We're still a band. Velvet Revolver still a band.
We're still a band, and none of that stuff was.
We actually just recorded a song.
Yeah,
that we're gonna put on this movie. Do we have the movie? Or don't we?
I think we gotta. I think they offered it to us, and we have to give them the song, and
this is cool.
It sounds really good, so I don't think there's going to be a problem. Like, that's not what we wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that could happen, but I doubt it.
It's this new Steven Spielberg flick. It's
and Zemeckis,
yeah, I forgot about him, but Zemeckis and Spielberg, and it's this animated flick called Monster House. It's really cool. And they took us down to see it in a private screening room and the whole deal. It was nice.
Yeah, it should probably be a big movie.
Slash fell asleep.
Yeah, I saw the beginning, and
he wakes up. Great.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I saw the beginning, and I saw the end. And I said, the house is the old lady that's dead, and something went on. And that's basically it. Oh, okay.
You got the premise.
There's a pissed off old lady in the house that's taking over the house, but the house is pretty intense.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
the house gets pretty scary. But hey, let's take a caller. Yeah. Hello, you're on with Camp Freddy Radio. What's your name?
Mary Beth.
Hey, Mary Beth.
How are you?
That name sounds familiar. Do we know you?
I actually met you, Slash, in Chicago last August.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York.
Wow.
Does this go all the way to New York?
Yeah, we have Indy on the internet. So people listen over there.
So that way, that's if you live in the valley, then you can just
yeah, you can get it internet all worldwide actually.
So actually.
Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm in. We're in Dave's chat room too on 6767.com, and there's people from England in here, people from New York, people from California, all over the place.
Well, that Dave Navarro, he's pretty kooky with that internet stuff. Let me tell you.
Oh, he's an internet maven,
isn't he?
Is he?
How many people do you think are on Dave Navarro's site?
I have no idea.
Like there's thousands, right?
Probably.
I know that he has almost 100,000 people on his MySpace.
This is a MySpace, yeah.
But like a lot. And he has his own radio show that he does from his house.
Really?
Yeah, with webcast.
Which is kind of interesting.
That's over.
And he can do whatever you want then. It's like free reign. He gets wild. He has fun. So what's going on, Mary Beth? What do you want to talk to us about?
Well, I just wanted to thank Slash very much for coming on to Camp Freddy Radio because I'm also a member of your Velvet Revolver forum board. And all the rumors were flying all over the board, and people are posting all of them and saying, yes, it's true, no, it's not, and all the arguments. And then people were getting nervous because you weren't coming forward and saying anything in the press. So I think that I speak for all Velvet Revolver fans everywhere, thanking you for coming on and clearing the air.
Okay. Well, yeah, all things considered, I haven't really done any public speaking as of late.
Slash is kind of shy, to be honest. I can't believe he's talking this much right now, actually. He's kind of shy.
Yeah, right?
Well, thank you for talking to me.
Thanks, Mary Beth.
It's all good, so don't worry about it. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Thanks.
Let me see. One more caller. Hello, you're on with Camp Freddy.
Hello.
Uh-oh. What's your name?
Mr. Sorum?
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Slash.
Yeah?
This is Schoolie Jarita here, sir.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Well, listen, DK was nice enough to put me on, and it's an honor to speak to you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for everything you've given me musically. I hope you guys... I'm a huge Sick GNR fan, by the way, and I hope you guys understand what a fire you've really lit on the musical world in the years. And I just want to say that it may be the end of days. So I wish you gentlemen, I wish Mr. Rose, I wish Mr. Stradlin, Mr. Adler, the best times in your life.
All right. Well, we're in Velvet Revolver.
I know you are, and I wish the best for you guys too.
All right. Take care.
Thanks again.
Thanks for calling. We're getting a lot of love here today, man. I'm feeling all cozy. Okay, you're on with Camp Freddy. What's your name?
Janine.
Hi, Janine. What's going on?
What's happening?
We're just hanging out. Just like, just shooting the whatever.
Gotcha. Just hanging out.
Yeah. What you doing? Where are you coming from?
I'm kicking it in Reno.
Kicking it
on the
hanging
internet.
out.
Reno.
Yeah.
What's happening up in Reno?
Yes.
Not a whole lot, but it's 80 degrees, which is nice.
Right. Are you working at casinos,
Saturday.
or what do you do up there?
I am in graduate school.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Graduate school for what?
I'm getting my master's in American history.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
What do you plan to do with that in your future?
Well, thanks. I'm in college at the moment, and, yeah, I don't know. I plan on getting out, actually, soon.
Really?
Yes.
No, I had to ask because since since we have this opportunity, might as well find out something about something. Because I mean, like American history, and then you get done, and you're like, well, you could be a teacher, I suppose.
Teacher,
or you could
history
run
teacher,
for president.
Run for president.
No, I'm going to pass on that. Thanks.
So, what would you like to ask Mr. Slasher or myself this evening?
I would actually like to make a comment, if that's all right. You boys, collectively, I guess you're men now, have been providing my sonic fallback space for the last 20 years, and I wanted to say thank you.
Well, 20 years.
More love.
That's
more
great.
love. Keep the love coming, man.
Hey, don't say anything.
Exactly.
You might jinx the next caller.
If you could get out on tour, that would be fabulous.
Oh,
We'll hopefully be doing that not too long from now.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Thanks for calling.
Well, you got my vote.
See you later.
All right. Take care. Have fun.
Hey, you know what, TK? I guess, on the internet, I, offended somebody last week I was on. Did you read that? Mm-hmm. There's all these people on the forum going, Matt was, really, because
about what?
I don't know. They weren't specific. So if anyone has a clue, call and let me know. Because sometimes,
what did you say?
Well, sometimes I get riled up. You know how I am, Slash. I'm just having fun. And sometimes I'm brutally honest.
It's probably something really, really specific and blatant.
Slash, don't you think I'm like a brutally honest guy? Sometimes too honest.
You have your moments.
I just kind of say it how it is sometimes, and it just comes out of my mouth.
Just that way.
Just that, yeah. And maybe I said something to offend somebody. So if anyone has a clue, I'm totally I don't know what I said, and I like to know because everyone's going, well, he was
Well, what?
They didn't say they weren't specific. It's there's 20 things on the forum about it. Matt was a jerk.
Well, was there any topics that you were covering?
I don't know. We're just like this. We're just throwing it out there. There's no set anything. So if anyone has an idea, I felt kind of bad.
Matt's a swell guy. And, he can be misunderstood sometimes, but when it comes down to it, he means well.
Yeah. Oh boy. So hey, do we have to do more commercials? Not yet. Okay.
Want to play a song?
Let's play a song.
Yeah. What are we gonna play?
I don't know. Let me see. Slash didn't bring any.
I didn't bring any with me. I should have, but I didn't.
You want to hear some rock and roll?
I wanted Soundgarden.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that song? It's song number 11 on the Super Unknown record.
Okay. Well, we'll get that next.
Or 9 or something.
Yeah. Look at how relaxed we are today. We're so relaxed we can't even get a song going. Just put on a random one. I don't care.
All right.
5.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy.
Indie 1031.
Back to Camp Freddy Radio. Here's Matt Sorum.
What's up? That was cool. A little Cheap Trick. I didn't even know that was coming. That was cool.
What is this?
Wait, we just listened to Cheap Trick.
No, I know that. I thought we were playing another song.
We were going to, but he just, he just threw it over here. He just threw me the ball. So, yeah, Cheap Trick, man. Robin Zander. Wasn't Robin Zander and, what's the guitar player's name? Rick Nielsen. Weren't they in here with Jumsy?
Yeah.
Both of them, right?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That's cool. And they got on stage with us, remember, in, where's that? Boston or something.
Was it Boston?
No,
it was Ohio.
Where they live, right?
Yeah.
They got up and we did Surrender, and I played tambourine, and Bunny played drums.
That was a good gig.
And Rick.
I love this guy. I've known him for so long. I remember the first time we ever hung out with him way back in the day. Went over to Rick Nielsen's house and
he was a bit of a partier.
We drank him under the table.
Yeah,
we got him so trashed. We left him for dead in his own house.
Hey, tell me about the time you went over to Arnold's house, though. Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I didn't get invited for some reason. Because we did that.
Actually, it was only Duff and I. We're the only.
Yeah, I know. We did this video with for Terminator 2, and Arnold, the governor. He was in the video, and
I know, the governor. That's his song.
Yeah. And then he invites Slash and Duff up to his house, but this is back in the day, you know, when we were, well, we're still having, me and Slash are still having fun, but, you know. Anyway, so tell us about that.
Well, it's not much to tell. We went over, I mean,
Come on, you drank all this Goldschlager.
We drank all, and we smoked cigars and we drank all the schnapps.
Was it schnapps?
Yeah, and he just had this huge spread. I mean, I remember it was like being on it didn't even seem like it was a house. It just seemed like this huge piece of property. I remember the lawn was at an angle and it was just massive. And what's his wife's name? Maria.
Yeah.
She didn't like us. And they had somebody, like, you couldn't sort of walk around without somebody following you because she just thought that we were going to steal something and whatever.
Yeah.
But Arnold was great. You know, we had dinner and
all civilized, like.
No, we got drunk. You know, I mean, the part that I remember least is really dinner or anything else. The only thing I really remember is just sitting around and just drinking this really gross schnapps. You know,
but it was there, so you know.
Yeah.
You
but the funny thing was Scott's birthday. It was Scott's birthday, and he was down at Chin Chin.
So we're no, it wasn't Chin Chin. It was we were at Mr. Chow's.
Oh, Mr. Chow's,
which is amazing Chinese food, kind of Asian vibe.
He just got the gig.
Yeah. And Scott was still being a little silly, you know. He was just kind of, and he goes over and he introduces himself to the governor. He says, "I'm Scott Weiland," and we're all like, "Oh no!" And then Arnold comes over to our table, and we're all sitting there hanging out. But at this point, he's the governor. He's now, you know, the big man on campus, and we're hanging with Arnold. And that was cool. I don't think he remembered us at all.
I know. I got there late, and I went over to the table and said hi on my way to your guys' table, and he said, "Oh, hey," you know. So I think he remembered me. But he says my name in a funny. Well, it's obviously an accent, but it sounds funny the way he says it. I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, to me, it's so hilarious to think that this guy who we've seen in a million movies, this and that, you know, is actually our governor. And for everybody who lives in Hollywood, whether they've been around as long as he has or longer, that they actually have to answer to Arnold.
Yeah.
You know?
It's bizarre.
It must really piss some people off.
The world's all bizarre. Okay, we're going to pay some bills. Thanks for listening to Camp Freddy. We will be back in a minute.
Indy 31.
Hey, man. Matt here.
And Slash.
And Slash.
His colleague.
Yeah, it's a beautiful... Yeah, Slash is co-hosting with me today. Thank you, Slash. Are you having fun?
I'm having a good time, yeah.
Lighten up a shit ton. Slash, you have to...
You're lucky I don't even have that many, so I can't totally smoke you.
Kill me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to probably have to... I'm dying of cancer before you. You know, you read that.
That would be really screwed.
You read that in the paper, didn't you?
What?
All that, you know, secondhand smoke is worse than, like, smoking it.
You know what? You know, everybody's so uptight about all these things, and the human race has been doing them and doing it twice as much for so long, and all of a sudden, every tiny little thing is going to kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
I think it's all...
Nah, it's fine.
It's all cow dung.
So, hey, you know what? I got a new little segment that I'm going to do. It's called Tommy on the Town. Are you there, Tommy?
Matty, what's up?
This is a friend of mine. His name's Tommy Alaster. He's the new hotshot promoter in town. He does all the clubs. So what he's going to do is he's going to brief us on the happenings in Hollywood.
That's funny.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you do that going out every night and partying like that? It's because you're a young man.
I want to hear some Velvet Revolver, man. That's all I want.
Yeah?
Fuck.
I want to talk about what you're doing out there.
What am I doing?
Just tell the people what you do.
Well, we have fun.
No, you have to be more elaborate.
Yeah.
More elaborate.
Sell yourself.
Started.
Well, let me
want to get the party started.
Let me point this out. Tommy was the last one to leave my house with some girl. I can't even remember her name, but... And yeah, he's basically the get the party started guy. So you promote...
Basically, it's Saturday, and it's already been a really long week. Would we start Magic Mountain on Thursday, I think?
Yeah. No, we started...
You guys would stop bringing that up. That kills me.
We start on Monday.
Monday.
But you do clubs. What clubs do you do?
I do Lobby, Privilege, and I can't really name a couple of them. I'd rather...
You don't want to name them?
Yeah, I'd rather keep it.
You don't want people coming? You got enough people?
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the Lobby for the first time last week.
Yeah, Tommy does that.
You were there, yeah.
What night do you do it, Tommy, so I can come?
Thursday night.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. And
you were there with Tommy Lee, right?
Yeah. Tommy and Tony,
Jonah,
and there's a lot of pretty girls,
Scott,
though, right?
Scott, what do you call it? I don't know. It was so crowded and so like just. I wasn't really paying much attention. I was like, as soon as I got there, I sort of wanted to leave. I was like,
really?
I just remember Tommy playing on every glass and bucket on the table for an hour straight.
He was drumming. Oh God,
drumming. It was very entertaining. The girls liked it.
So, what's the plan for this week, Tommy? What's on the town this week?
Tonight will be at Privilege. If you guys want to stop by,
that's on Crescent Heights, and
on Crescent and
that's just full on party.
Full on, and then as you know, we do Tuesdays. We did have a little bit with Matt Sorum and the Darling Stilettos at one point, which was
cool.
Entertaining.
That was fun.
That was cool.
And so you do Privilege like 3 nights a week, right?
No, twice. And then I do a little place called Holly's on Friday night. But that's just my little, dime. I only let about 100 people in, and
that's cool.
We keep it on the DL.
All right, man.
Not for everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway,
can't wait to see your your reality show too, Lost Scandalous.
Wow. Lost Scandalous.
Yeah, it's
Lost Scandalous.
Yeah, it's a good name, isn't it?
Lost Scandalous.
That'd be a great name for a band.
Yeah.
Handle the scandal.
Hey, you get some sleep now, there, little feller, tonight. Okay.
All right, buddy. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, thanks for calling. Bye. All right. It's Tommy.
There you go. So
Tommy.
That's the guy to call when it's like
Tommy
Tuesday afternoon. You're like, what am I going to do tonight? You call him.
Yeah, he's just, he's
I got to get his phone number.
Yeah.
I hardly ever go out.
He's like this guy Tommy. He's like a rock star, right? I'm not going to say Magic Mountain again, but I have to because we're at Magic Mountain together. Like, this guy knows like every chick in the world. They're all coming.
Like a Fez, but even worse?
No, he's not Fez. He's way cooler. Fez is cool. I like Fez.
Oh, man, don't diss Fez like that.
No. But Tommy is like, he's a club promoter, so all the chicks want to get in the club, right? So they're like, he's the main guy. He's the dude.
He's like the doorman.
And I'm standing there. I'm like, hey, I know Tommy. I'm like, I'm his sidekick. It's amazing. It's all good. So, should we take a call for Slash? Hey, you're listening to Camp Freddy Radio. What's your name?
Hey, it's Howard from My GNR. How's it going?
Where are you from?
My GNR. It's an internet forum. GNR fans.
Oh, man. Why are we getting all this GNR stuff?
Yeah, we want Velvet Revolver.
I love Velvet Revolver. They rock.
Okay, so start a My Velvet Revolver one.
Okay. So, on the subject of Velvet Revolver then.
Yeah.
There's a crazy story about Slash going to Axl's house in October last year, and I hope you're not sitting next to Matt, because apparently he said some really bad things about him.
Yeah, but that was one of the issues.
Hey, you know what? We're still sitting next to each other, aren't we?
No, I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole long thing. It was just something that he decided he was. I think a lot of this stuff was built to promote the next record, the next Guns record, and the tour, and all that kind of stuff. Because there was this blatantly fabricated thing in there that I'd gone to his house, and he and I had a conversation, which I said all this stuff about my bandmates, and it's just blatantly untrue. For one, I've not talked to the guy in any way, shape, or form since 1996, so it's going on 11 years. And so that's basically it. It's just there's no truth to it. And then all things considered, I think it put a lot of whatever in people's minds that I was that kind of a guy. So it's there you have it. So it's not true.
Thanks for shutting it down. Can I ask one other quick question? You said a while ago, Slash, that there's a March tentative release date for Chinese Democracy.
That's what, and I got a lot of flack for having said that. But because everybody thought I was on glue for having, and I'm the first guy to go. I wouldn't have put out a date, but someone who would know is who told me that, and that's somebody somebody close to that side of the fence that told me, we got a March 10th release date. So I just blatantly said, or just just repeated it basically.
Who was it?
It was somebody in the business.
I had to ask.
So that's
Slash. Over all these years, he still hasn't learned that.
No, I mean, I thought, at this point, no, they made it sound like, no, it is coming out. It's coming out on such a date, and it really, I didn't realize it was that big a deal.
Yeah.
And I think, some people were like, you got to be out of your mind. I thought, well, I was told by a pretty reliable source, but it was very sort of casual. It was just in, in conversation.
To kind of like kind of like say it like we're excited to hear the record too.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait. Come on, man.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks.
See ya.
There you go.
One more. Let's take one more, and then we'll play some music or something. I don't know. You're on with Slash and Matt.
There's somebody's radio or TV or something.
Hello. You're on with Slash and Matt.
Get it together, man.
Yeah, I would like to ask a bunch of questions to the guys. This is radio.
A bunch of questions?
A bunch.
Yeah, I mean, if I can.
Why don't you start with one? Why don't you start with the first one?
All right. First off, if they're GNR related, I don't want to answer them. I'm over with that GNR stuff.
Yeah. What's your question?
Yeah, I just would like to ask about how we like some from Argentina, and I would like to know how was for them the show that they did We Guns N' Roses in Argentina. If they can.
There he went. See. People don't listen. You're on with Slash and Matt. Don't ask any GNR questions, okay? We're done with that. We're going to talk about whatever, something different.
Yeah, I got a question for Slash. I met this girl at the bar, and she was like, we got in a fight, whatever. And she was saying that your father, Slash's father, is David Bowie. That's not true, right?
No. My mom dated David Bowie for a while. And so he was like the first guy to come into my life, sort of take my dad's, my dad and my mom split up, and he was the first guy that she started dating after that. So, that's basically it. No, he wasn't my actual father.
Didn't your mother do a lot of David Bowie's costumes?
She did. Yeah, she did the whole Thin White Duke period. And
wow.
She made his outfits for The Man Who Fell from Mars.
Oh, nice. Wow, that was pretty elaborate stuff.
Yeah, so during that whole period, that's when they were going out, and she looked good when she was doing his clothes.
Right, yeah. That was when he was wearing suits and stuff, right?
Suits and the hat.
Yeah.
He had the real red hair that whole time.
So he was hanging around the house a lot, huh?
Yeah, because he was still married to Angie, and they had Zoe and all that, and so we were like this weird sort of like little family, because even though my mom, they weren't, I don't know if they were divorced or whatever, but Angie was still around, and I was always playing with Zoe, and my mom and David were always working together, and so he's always at our house, or we were over at their house. And
wow. I met Angie Bowie once at the Central Club.
Yeah.
When it was the...
Annie's cool.
Yeah.
You know the Stones song is about her.
Right, yeah.
But the thing is I was too young to know that there was some sort of sordid weirdness going on.
Yeah. Hollywood weirdness.
Anyway, so there's the answer to that question.
Yeah. That's cool. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you very much.
One more, and we're going to play some Soundgarden for Slash. You're on with Slash and Matt.
Hey. Turning down the radio. How you doing?
What's your name?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah, what's up?
I just wanted to ask the guys if they have any, there's any unsigned bands around town that they think that all of us should check out. Help support the local indie music.
No, you know what? We were on the road for 18 months, and we just got off. And for me personally, I haven't been out to see any bands hardly at all, because I've just been sort of sequestered in my little studio, just writing stuff. But Matt gets out.
I like Brett Hellings. I like that Brett Hellings kid. He's playing at the Viper Room. If Dale Gloria calls in, we could find out when he's playing. I think it's Monday. We could give away some tickets.
I've seen him around. I'm just wondering
if
you like anything else around town. He's all right.
You're from here?
I'm actually Canadian, but there's a lot of bands around town. I go out trying,
but you're Canadian,
3 or 4 shows a week.
Do you live here in L.A.?
I live here now, yeah.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Where do you go? What clubs do you go to see bands?
All over the place. I like the Knitting Factory. I usually go out during the week.
Do you ever go to Spaceland?
I've never been to Spaceland. I go to Viper Room a lot.
There's some pretty cool bands over at Spaceland. You get those groovy Silver Lake bands over there. They're a little more, abstract. And
I've never been there. I should
Viper
check it
Room
out.
is supposed to be really cool now.
The sound is really good at the Viper Room, don't you think?
The sound at the Viper Room is
I boycotted.
Yeah.
I boycotted that place for a while. I would never go there, but now they got new owners. So
Johnny Depp's not involved in that anymore.
It wasn't so much.
Yeah. And then let me see, Dragonfly. You ever go there?
Yeah, I've been to Dragonfly. I'm more looking for if there's any indie bands that you guys like around here.
I haven't been out enough to go.
Because I guess it's hard because you guys are so busy
I go
all the
out,
time.
but I don't go see bands as much as I should, I guess. I don't know. I was just at Coachella. I saw like 60 bands.
No, but
they're all signed.
It's
Social band overload.
It's something that we should be out there doing, but it's like we're so busy trying to keep ourselves afloat that it's hard to go out and go out and
I hear ya.
check out what
And
everybody else is
the
doing.
thing about being a musician is you're playing music all day. You know, you're in the studio and like you're jamming, and kind of like the last thing you want to do is go listen to more
but
loud.
Go for a walk and get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, though, there'd be like a band and there would be this huge buzz and everybody be talking about it, and you end up going and checking them out. It's not like that.
Yeah, it isn't anymore, man. I mean, when me and Slash were coming up in Hollywood, you know, it was seemed like there was such more of a music scene here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because, you know.
No, it's changed. It's definitely changed.
There's this scene, I just think it's a lot smaller, and there's just so much going on all the time that people have too many options, I think.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know there's probably a good 100 or so great bands out there.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's not that big sort of rock mob that's out there, like, you know, just every night at every club, just waiting to see something.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit more subdued.
Oh, I wanted to mention, too, that I'm a huge Velvet Revolver fan.
Thank you.
There you go. You're the first.
What a relief.
You just won a T-shirt.
Oh,
just
God.
No, it's like everybody's asking about everything but that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody listens. People
Right.
just,
Did you hear the one guy? Did you hear the one guy? Who specifically said, he's like, anyway, so I'm from Argentina.
Yeah,
and when does it like playing?
But Slash, we should have known right from the start.
I don't want any Guns N' Roses questions, but okay. Oh, I have a question about Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Although I will say something nice about Argentina. Argentina is great.
Yeah.
You know? That's one of the best. I can't wait till this band
Oh
goes
my
to
God! When we went down there with that other band, I'm not, you know, when we went down there, man, it's poor Slash. You were in the paper. That girl tackled you. Remember? She chased you, and it was crazy. There was like 2,000 kids in front of the hotel. We couldn't leave. I snuck out. I had to like put a blanket over me and went out to this party and you know I couldn't even leave the hotel. I couldn't leave. So
couldn't leave the hotel.
It was crazy.
But it's, I mean, the most amazing audience. If you talk about just passion.
And when we go back there with Velvet Revolver, it's going to be great.
Yeah, this is going to be unreal. I can't wait.
Hey, play this tune for Slash. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
This is Camp Freddy Radio, Indy 103.1.
Oh, yeah.
5791.
Slash, what are you doing? Slash is giving out his phone number over the radio.
Anyway, I gotta go. All right.
Slash is on the phone. Man, the phones are lighting up. People calling from all over the place. Hey, see you later, dude. I gotta go. I'm on the radio. Bye.
Anyway, all right.
So what's up, Slash?
What's up, Slash? Well, he just gave me his number because he said his dad. I just heard his dad on the radio. Too.
Yeah, Bobby Blue Bland.
I jammed with him at a couple jazz festivals.
Yeah, he's like a jazzy kind of.
Well, he had. I heard him on the
BB
radio.
King kind of cat.
Like, but he had some 50s, like what you call like traditional rock and roll hits.
Yeah, he did. What songs?
I couldn't tell you what the name of the songs were. I heard one today, and I was listening to Exit. Well, I can say it. I was listening to XM radio, and I was on the 50s, the decade of the 50s.
Right. Really?
And all of a sudden he came on. I was like, wow, I didn't realize he did like, you know, old standard rock tracks like that. It was trippy.
And you jam with him?
Yeah. And he's he's been around forever.
Who's like the coolest person you've ever jammed with? I mean, everyone knows you jam with Michael Jackson. That was kind of trippy, right?
Well, yeah, that was different. I mean, it was definitely cool, but probably like the coolest, Rory Gallagher.
Really?
Yeah, that was a great night.
He passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man, he was like a serious guitar player.
Yeah, and it wasn't so much the gig at the Roxy that was so special. I mean, that was cool in as of itself. But after that, we went to the Hyatt and played
the Ride House up on Sunset.
Jammed on acoustic all
really?
night. Yeah,
that's cool.
It was great. There's a couple. Iggy Pop's always been.
Yeah. Well, I did that. We did that gig with you, me, and Duff and Iggy. Yeah. Remember in that little. It was like in this little
that little club where they had the hotel in the back.
Yeah,
I remember that. I don't know where that was.
And we didn't rehearse. Because Slash and Duff played on the Brick by Brick record.
Yeah.
With that was a really great record. Actually, that was Don Was produced that. It had that song Candy on it, and Brick by Brick, and Butt Down. You played on Butt Down.
We played on like four tracks on that.
Yeah.
I actually wrote a song on that record. And then also another one would be Ray Charles. That was like a major.
Yeah, I went down there that one day with you. I met Ray Charles. That was a trip.
Yeah, but that was really a special.
When we did that thing, that blues, he had this school. Ray was so cool, man. He did this school for like inner city kids, and he'd bring them to his facility and teach them how to play music. And he would go there every day, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
and they hang out with them.
I mean, they don't have any money. They're like they're kids that come from really poor, poor families and all that kind of stuff. And so they're musicians. They get recognized in school as being, focused and dedicated. And so they have these classes, and they get all these kids together, and then all of a sudden they get a shot to go.
We went down there. Me and Slash and Duff went down, and Dave Kushner from Velvet Revolver went down and hung out with all the kids, man. And there was this little kid on the drums. He was like 10, and he just was smoking. He was like, "Why don't you play?" I'm like, "No, dude, you're better than me." Remember that little girl singer, that little black girl?
Yeah.
She was tiny, and she was just wailing.
Amazingly talented little kids. And
And he's still got the facility. I mean, he's still, Ray's passed away, and, he's got this whole thing, and it's still going on. It's down on Washington Boulevard, right? The building.
Yeah.
If you drive by it, actually.
It's still there, Ray Charles Productions.
It says it says RC Productions, right? On the building, it's on Washington Boulevard. And that was cool. And then, oh, God, there's been so many great jams, man.
I just did a pretty cool thing. I did the Fast and Furious 3. I just went down and did a bunch of scoring for that. And it was the first time that I've ever worked in this particular kind of... I've done songs for movies, but I've never actually done something with the score.
Well, you did, I think, for my movie that I scored.
Yeah, but
I had it all laid out for
this was really weird because this was very score-like.
Yeah. They wanted you to, solo a certain way.
And then just do everything. I did like 50 takes, and it's like the first time I've ever left the studio not knowing where anything's going.
Who is the composer?
His name
Some
is
big name dude.
Brian Tyler.
Oh yeah.
And so they went nuts for it. So I found out yesterday that they went for it. They thought, it's great. So
that's cool.
That was a really cool experience. Just recent.
Yeah, I did this movie called Cole the Conqueror. And I played drums with the London Symphony.
You've done a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy because it was like this kind of rock thing, but the London Symphony was on it, which was pretty cool. It was like one of those it wasn't a great movie. It was like an action,
What, Crawl?
It was called Cole the Conqueror.
Cole. Wow.
Yeah, and it was like a bad barbarian movie kind of thing. So it was like, but it was a really cool experience, London Symphony and everything.
It was definitely fun, but it was weird. You just do all these guitars and all this stuff.
Yeah.
We had a great time doing it, but I was like, can I have a rough or something? Well, no, I have to put it together. You gotta put it together.
Yeah.
And the guy was really, really, really cool, the guy that I was working with. He's done all these great movies. I mean, it's like, so that's cool. I got to see they have this flick that's coming out, and I forgot the title of the type of racing that they do. It's all sideways.
All right.
And it's in Japan, and it's just
cool.
like one of the coolest chase scenes or racing scenes I've seen in recent memory.
So you're watching the movie when you're playing guitar?
Yeah, you have to watch it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Anyway.
So, hey, does Michael Jackson call you anymore? Has he called you lately?
Last time I saw Michael Jackson was over at Robert Evans' house.
What?
Yeah. You're
kidding me.
And London was only probably like 1 or 2 years old, so that was a while ago.
Slash's son, London. Slash's got 2 boys, London and Cash. How old is Cash now?
Cash is going to be 2 in June, and London's going to be 4 in August.
Yeah, that takes.
I can't wait till they grow up so that they can go out. We can go out with Jimmy and you and go to clubs and stuff.
Yeah. So I haven't seen London in a while. Does he have long hair now?
He's got long hair.
Hair like yours, right?
Yeah, but it's a combination of his mother's and mine, so it's sort of longer and straighter.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. They're like little rocker dudes, huh?
Uh-huh. They got all these great little T-shirts that say all like profanity on them.
Really?
Metallica shirts and this and that. That's funny.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
What did you think was going to happen?
Over at the
what did you think was
Slash household? Well, you turned out all right.
Right.
Your parents were different.
Yeah, they were different.
Speaking of that, well, all you people out there, don't forget about Mom tomorrow. I know.
Oh, yeah.
If you still have your mom, and if you don't,
still don't forget about it.
Don't forget about Mom. And I'm driving down to my mom's tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to get up in the morning and do it. I'm probably going to go home and lay down.
Lay down.
Yeah, I got to get down there and see Mom. And I'm going to go see my grandma, too. She's 93.
Really?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So she's a mom, too. So we're going to go hang with Grandma. Where's Ola?
She just called me, actually, so she's around. I'm probably going to see her some point tomorrow.
Slash's mom, Ola.
Take her some flowers and...
Aw, see?
And she can lecture me.
We're not complete heathens.
Saul.
Yeah. Does she lecture you a lot?
No, she's a mom, though. You know, everything sounds like a lecture when it's coming out of your mom's mouth.
Yeah, it's true. I know.
She's cool. You know, my mom's cool. So.
Yeah, you only got one mom, though, and that's just the way it is, man. You know? You know, if you're out there and you got problems with your mom, just call.
Oh, yeah.
Give the love, man. You know, because
okay, Matt.
I know. I'm now getting sappy.
Let's not get too sentimental.
All right, whatever.
But yeah, what are we going to do now?
Play some music or something.
What are we going to play?
16.
What?
Track 16.
Okay.
All right.
Track 16.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good stuff. Slash.
You got any Rage Against the Machine in there too?
I do. I'll go some Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. Hey, somebody wanted to talk to us about the Velvet Revolver album that we're making. Hello, you're on with Matt and Slash.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, who's this?
This is Brian from New Jersey.
Brian from New Jersey. I know you.
Hey, were you at the Sayreville gig we did?
Yes, I was at the New Year's gig you guys did.
No way.
Dude, we had a killer time. Caught your drumstick.
That was a good gig.
I hope it didn't get you in the eye.
Nah, I just swatted it and she grabbed it.
Yeah.
This past New Year's, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
We were out for a while. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good gig.
It was awesome.
It was a sweaty little one, right? That's kind of a small place. That was only like 2,000 seats or something.
Yeah, we're posted right in front of Slash.
Oh, yeah? Did I sweat or spit on you or any of that?
No, we're like a few people back, so we missed it.
I get a lot of complaints about spitting cigarettes in people's faces.
Yeah. So did we sound decent?
I think you guys sounded great.
Sound was okay.
One of the best live shows I've been to.
Oh, thanks. You know, it's the hometown of Bon Jovi, isn't it?
Oh,
Sayreville.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
It is.
Yeah. So, what's the story? What's the question?
I read online that you guys are working with Lenny Kravitz and Pharrell Williams.
Lenny Kravitz?
On the upcoming album.
That was just one of many things I saw in passing.
Really?
I think Duff ran into Lenny at some point, and we were talking about producers, and Lenny offered his services.
Well, that's cool.
Something like that.
Well, you know, we haven't actually figured out who's going to produce it yet, but we are doing one song with this guy, Dave Sardi, who produced Jet and the new Wolf Mother band. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I like his stuff. His production's like really raw and kind of live.
Well, you know what? We're kind of going to go a little bit more. I think we're going to be a little nastier sounding on this record, hopefully.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Open it up.
I am like so fucking.
Let the monster roar.
1, 2, 3. No, yeah, I just the whole record thing, everything that I've heard that everybody's been working on and stuff is just awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we got a bunch of songs, so we've basically...
Thank God.
Yeah, well, everyone's kind of just been doing their own thing. And, you know, you come off the road after being on the road together for 18 months, and, you know, it's kind of like, I'll see you in a couple. You know? So we kind of all spread out, and then we got a big pile. Slash got a pile of songs, and me and Duff got a couple that we did together, and then Dave's got one, a couple that... Actually, one that we're using for this movie.
That's how this band seems to get together every time. We just do one song for a movie, and that kickstarts the whole project.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's going to be kind of cool because if you know, this song actually it's coming out really good, so it'll get us out there, you know, again, because we've kind of been like out on the road, and people don't realize when you're out on the road that you're like, you know, out there. They just kind of, you know, I've just been on an 18-month tour.
People
you know?
Don't have a clue. We could be on tour, and we'll be doing a festival like somewhere in Europe, and all these bands, some of who we know, some bands that we don't even know who they are, but it's like 60 different bands, and we're all hanging out in the same hotels, and they're all touring as well. But like, you don't know how we tour, man. You know? I don't know what your story is, but it's not.
No, I think that tour. That last one we did was probably the hardest tour I've ever done. I mean, that was grueling.
5 nights a week.
Yeah, 5 nights a week.
Sometimes in 5 countries a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told my manager, I said, if if you can ride on the bus for one night and not cry, it's like he couldn't make it.
We couldn't pay them enough.
No. And
that's the beauty of being a manager.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, but the new album is going to be good. Very good.
Right, can't wait.
But we don't know who's producing it yet. You know,
there's a lot of good candidates.
Everybody's just throwing it, you know, it out there. And sometimes, the press, you get in like a press thing or something, and you might say something that maybe maybe he talked to Pharrell. Scott talked to Pharrell at the Grammys, and then it became like an idea. But it hasn't been like ingrained in stone or anything. Yeah. And then like I talked to Duff talked to Lenny Kravitz. I was there when Duff was talking to him, and it was sort of like, let's just get together and see what we can come up with, like that kind of thing. It wasn't like, hey, do the record.
Yeah, right.
No, it was more like just a couple of musicians getting together, seeing what they can come up with, really.
What really is casual conversation once it hits the press, man. Yeah. It gets turned into something else, and everybody who's out there listening sort of gets the wrong. It gets the misconception, basically.
Yeah. But so that's basically the story for now, and we're definitely, I have my studio. We were over there the other day, and it seems like it's a pretty good vibe over there. So we're just gonna get in there and kind of demo everything up and get the songs happening because, it's all about the songs, my friend.
Awesome. We look forward to it, man.
Thanks for calling.
All right, take care.
Good talking to you.
Let's take another call. Slash is here. People want to talk to him. Look at the phones. Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
You're on with Matt and Slash.
That
What's
one
your name?
That's going to cause trouble.
Yeah.
That one phone call.
Hello?
Hello. What's your name?
Yes, this is Tony. I was on hold earlier, but my phone died.
Oh.
We were wondering what happened.
Thanks for staying on there all that time, dude. Sorry.
Hey, well, so anyways, I don't really have a question for you guys. I just want to give a shout out to you guys. I love you guys. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. I seen you guys in '93 Skin and Bones tour. I seen you in '04 for the warm-up gigs in Kansas City. I was front row.
Oh yeah,
Slash.
I remember that gig.
Slash.
Yeah.
You were solo in front of us, doing a solo, and you were drooling, man. I mean, it was crazy, dude. It was. So
wait.
That's true.
That was our gig.
The Revolver. When we first started, one of the first gigs we did was in Kansas. I remember.
Nebraska.
The engineer. No, it was in Kansas.
Was it in Kansas?
Yeah. It wasn't in Omaha. That's what he said, Kansas. And I remember because what's his face?
You remember drooling?
I every so often I get so into it, and I've got a cigarette in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I'll start drooling.
You know when Slash really has a good gig? When he's hurling backstage. He'll be like head in a garbage can, like, I go, Slash, good gig.
Yeah, right.
He's got a, he gets nervous. He gets excited.
I get excited.
He gets excited. Right, tell me he gets going.
All right, well, I'm very excited for the new album, dude. And I hope Omaha is a tour stop for you guys. I mean, we got a nice arena here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
right. Thanks, man.
Hey.
Keep rocking.
We should do that, though. It's okay.
We'll be there.
We'll pencil that in.
Yeah. Omaha, good.
Okay. At least we have a fan.
We hit them all, man.
We try to.
We hit them all.
It's amazing you can be out that long and actually miss anywhere.
Yeah. That's right. We went around Europe, 3 or 4 times. We went across the states about 4 times. Yeah.
So
great.
I haven't played in Alaska. I've never been to Alaska.
Yeah.
Do they have gigs in Alaska?
I'm not sure. There's got to be something going on up there.
There is.
People got a party up there too. If you're from Alaska, call us. We'll figure it out. So let's take one more call, and then do we have to do more commercials or no?
Let's just put them at the end.
Okay, let's take one more call.
But we're gonna do a Rage song too, right?
Okay. Hi, you're on with Matt and Slash.
Hi.
What's your name?
Can I get a question in or something?
Yeah,
you're on the air. You're on the air.
I am?
Yes, you are. So
what are you watching back in the background then?
Huh?
What are you watching on TV?
Oh, I'm not watching nothing on TV.
Huh?
I'm not watching nothing on TV.
So it's like, it's the radio.
Oh, it's the radio.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dover, Delaware.
Wow.
Delaware.
Yeah.
Have we played in Delaware, Slash?
Not that I recall.
Have we?
No, you guys should come though. We've been waiting for you guys.
That's way up there, isn't it?
It's like by Maryland and Baltimore and DC.
Okay.
What's it closest to?
Huh?
What's it closest to?
Like Baltimore and DC.
Well, you could come see us in Baltimore.
I'm
right?
geographically challenged.
Yeah. My twin sister says hello too.
Oh, that's cool.
Her name's Samantha.
Hey, Samantha, what's up?
She's not there though.
Well, thanks for calling us from Delaware.
Yeah.
What's the question? Did you have one?
Yeah. Slash. Are you gonna what because we're used to you doing all these solos and extended solos. Do you have like a lot of them in the new CD?
I always get that question. It's just, it always depends on the song, you know. Sometimes like you get a good jam that calls for a long solo, it just happens. And then sometimes the solo needs to be just feels like a certain length, so that it just doesn't sound self-indulgent, like, okay, here's the solo section, it has nothing to do with the rest of the song. So, you know, it just really depends on the structure of the tune. So we'll see what happens when the dust clears and we've written all the stuff for the next record.
One thing Slash can do is solo.
Yeah. Well, I picked up the guitar because of him, and I'm trying to learn right now. I've had it for 6 months, but I'm not that good. But I know
just don't even think about it like that. Just get into the guitar. Don't think about how much time goes by.
Yeah, and the song I'm doing right now is "Sweet Child," but I know the notes for the intro, but I can't go fast enough on this with my fingers.
Oh, you'll
you know that the intro to that song was a mistake.
Yeah. I know. Yeah,
you know the story, right?
Yeah, you guys are messing around or something.
Yeah, it was sort of a joke.
That's crazy. Like, just come up with
It probably never. I mean, in all honesty, it probably never would have became a song if somebody else in the band hadn't said, "Hey, that's really cool." I was like, "Oh, come on, give me a break."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I was forced to play it for the rest of my life at that point.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling. Play your guitar. Keep rocking.
All right.
Enjoy. All right. Bye. Right on. Commercials.
See, sometimes people go like, how come the solos aren't longer?
Yeah, oh God. Did you have her call? You must know her.
No, I get it all the time.
Yeah.
But I always, actually on the last record though, I thought I can't think of any songs where it needed, if I thought the solo needed to be longer, I would have made it longer, but I just didn't, the songs didn't seem to call for it.
Well, then there's always the live show, huh, Slash?
Yeah, there's the live show. That's a whole different trip.
Yeah, let's do these commercials, then we can come back, play a little bit more music, and say goodbye to you people. Be right back.
You're listening to Camp Freddy Radio, Indy 1031.
Hey, Matt here and Slash.
Hey.
The 2 hours have just flown by, Slash.
It has gone very quickly.
Wow. I had some fun. Do you have fun?
I couldn't imagine doing the morning show, though, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, we got all these people. There's like, there's 50 people trying to call us. We don't even have time to talk to them all. Yeah, you got anybody that's got a good question for us on there? Let's just randomly pick them.
There you go.
Hey, you're on with Camp Freddy Radio.
Hey, Slash and Matt, it's Chris from Houston.
Oh, Chris. Hey, man. How's it going? How's your mom?
She's great, thanks.
Yeah.
First, I just want to say I love you guys.
Oh.
And I wanted to ask, why didn't Velvet Revolver ever play Love It the Alien live?
You know what? That's a good question, and I don't think I really have. We just, because of the way that song was done, it was just so we sort of threw it together. Like, I mean, Matt came in and did the drums.
Yeah.
And it was just the way it was done. It was one of the only songs that wasn't totally done live. And it was put together just sort of like one guy would come in, put a part on, I'd come in, put a part on, and just that's what
there was actually a minute there where we weren't sure if we were going to put it on the record.
Exactly.
Because it was sort of, we didn't know if it felt the same as the rest of the record. So
I heard it on the radio recently.
Really?
It's a cool song. But it's actually one of the easiest songs on the record to play live. Because I've played along with it a couple times, and it's like it'd be a no-brainer. But we just have never.
Didn't we play it? You know where we played it? We played it at Duff's wife's fashion show.
Did we?
No, we didn't. No, I'm sorry.
We played Angie and
brain fart again.
But so we just never played it.
We never played it live.
We should though.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I got one more quick question. Is the Velvet Revolver DVD coming out anytime soon?
Yeah, what happened to that thing?
It's supposed to be coming out. You know, they're still dicking around with it, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you see the footage on HDNet? Did you get to see that?
No, actually I didn't, but I saw you guys live. So.
And that's you're from Houston.
Yeah.
That's where we filmed it.
Well, no, I saw you at the festival.
Okay, well, we filmed the DVD in Houston at the arena, whatever the arena is there. What's it called there, the arena?
I don't know.
Verizon Wireless Theater.
That's where we filmed our DVD. So, it's pretty cool. We've been
it's weird too,
fiddling about with it.
It was so long ago that
hopefully it's almost done.
It seems so different. Yeah, I thought there was like a designated release date, and so I'm not really sure.
I will make a call as soon as we leave here to find out.
We should know that stuff too, right?
Yeah, we should. That's why we have management.
Moving right along.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, man.
Right.
One more question, and then...
if we ever do play that song live, though, hopefully he'll go, yeah, well, I made them do that.
Yeah. Chris. It's all because of Chris.
Yeah.
You're on with Camp Freddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey, what's happening?
Not much. It's Moosehead from the VR forum.
Oh, okay.
Moosehead.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Quick question about that DVD supposed to come out from Houston, like in 2004. What's going on with that?
No, we were just talking about that about 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
We're not...
I was just on the friggin'... I had the headphone in my ear, and you were talking to the guy about loving the aliens.
I know that it's almost done. I just don't know exactly when it's supposed to come out, and I don't know what is the final tweaks that need to be done to get it done.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's the answer to that question.
And you already answered the producer question.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is funny. I traveled like thousands of kilometers to see you guys and talk to you now, and this call 1-800 number I got through.
Where you from?
Edmonton, Alberta.
Alberta.
Okay.
Yes.
That's way up there, dude.
That's where the first...
that's like that's due north.
Yeah, it's funny because...
in Alberta, way up in the boonies.
I was going back to the East Coast team, my fiance, and you guys played here. So, I actually live in Nova Scotia.
Wow.
I flew from Nova Scotia to Montreal to see you guys on March 22nd.
We did good in Canada. We had a good tour across Canada. We went down it's the one highway all the way across that baby. We started out in Montreal. We went down through Toronto.
Oh, you went to Ottawa, Montreal, Ottawa.
Winnipeg.
Toronto and
Saskatoon. Oh, dude, I partied in Saskatoon, let me tell you. I had no idea. Saskatoon knows what's going on. Yeah. And then we headed over to Calgary. And then up to Edmonton.
This last tour?
Yeah, you don't remember?
I know we went, though.
You were in a bus.
Yeah. I never paid attention to where we're... I know where we're going, but how we get there is like, I never...
And then we went down to British Columbia, Vancouver, and finished it up.
Yeah.
But you know what we need to hit? Newfoundland.
Yeah, we haven't been... But I was going to say, Alberta is where the very first Tyrannosaur was ever found. It's called the Albertosaurus.
Really?
So the Tyrannosaur is a type of dinosaur before they ever discovered the Tyrannosaurus rex, which is the biggest one. But there's a whole family of them, and the Albertosaurus
Check it out.
the first one ever discovered.
People don't know this about Slash, but maybe people do. He's an expert at dinosaurs and reptiles
and all that stuff.
Yeah. How many snakes do you have at the height of your snake and reptile?
About 70 something.
And reptiles?
Altogether, we had a lot of stuff. I mean, with all the stuff breeding all the time, it could go anywhere from 60 or something to 120, and then dwindle back down because I get rid of some of the babies.
Yeah, I remember one time I went in your like laundry room, and I heard like there was this brown bag, and I heard like. In there, right? And I kind of looked down, and it was kind of open, and it was like full of rattlesnakes. like, ah!
I know there was sort of a dark mystique that went along with my pad back in the day.
Well, when you lived in the old house, up on Lava or whatever, right? Java, with the purple house with the thing and the craziness, and
oh no, that was Walnut.
That little crib. Yeah, like the loft.
That was the darkest.
He woke me up one day. I slept over there sometimes when I had a few too many bevies. I just sleep on the couch. Slash wakes me up. He goes, "Get up! All the snakes got out, and I can't find them." I'm like, ah!
Wow. There was that earthquake situation though. We had all the cobras and
he had a king cobra.
We had four. We had spitting cobras, a king cobra. We had mangrove snakes. We had gaboon vipers. We had Gila monsters, all in this one room. And we had this massive earthquake in '94. Yeah, and totaled the house. I thought, and it was at 4 a.m, so it was still dark. And it's like if that room to go in there would be a bad move. So you wait till the sun come up and you open the door. And luckily, the cages were just built in a certain way that they're wide and short. And
did they fall over?
No, they couldn't fall over. And they were made of plexiglass, so they didn't shatter. But that was a scary morning. We had an 11-foot king cobra.
What is the legality of owning a snake like that?
Well, you have to have a permit,
right?
So all things considered, I should shut up. Now I have a snake and 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I have a new dog.
The snakes
by the way.
now. The snakes are all gone.
Well, they're around different places. One of my snakes just had babies at the LA Zoo. I've got a few snakes at the LA Zoo.
Really?
I can actually go and visit all of them in their different places. But I have no desire to start up another snake collection until the kids get past that. I got to open every box and get into everything.
Yeah.
That's why we got rid of them in the first place. Because I just knew if they're going to be any.
You don't want London playing with the Viper.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. But we got a new dog named Something Wong.
What's up with that?
Something Wong. There's a joke that goes along with it.
Something Wong.
My wife told me. She goes. What did the Chinese couple name their retarded baby? Something Wong. And then what did they name their perfectly normal baby? Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. That's a joke.
What was your best fake name that you used on the road?
Seymour Hyman.
Seymour Hyman.
I think that was the best one that I can remember.
I wish I could say this one, but it's got a cuss word in it. When you and Duff were Phil and Luke.
No, it's not a cuss word. Phil and Luke like sheet. Likesheet. We only do this because you can never use these names twice. So.
Yeah, I know. And mine was, I loved when we used to stay at like the really fancy hotels. Mine was Dr. Lingus.
Right.
And they call me Dr. Lingus.
Right.
And they were serious, like the Ritz-Carlton lady. I'm like, you know that's not my real name, right? But she's like, Dr. Lingus, we have a package for you in the lobby. I'm like,
I had on the last leg of the tour, I had that name. It was Rat Dick Suckin' F. No, Dick's not Dick Richard. Anyway, and they'd have to go, yeah, Mr. Suckin'. They'd be like, Mr. Rat Dick,
Richard. And they'd have to, Slash.
I know, they'd have to.
Because they're trained hotel professionals.
You know what? I have a FedEx waiting for me downstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, Mr.
When you work at the Four Seasons, you have to call them by their name.
Mm-hmm.
It's required. Oh, man. I remember back in the day when we were in that other band, when we used to come rolling in, when we'd fly in, like whatever hour, on our private plane, right? And we'd be rolling through the lobby, like from the gig the night before, and all these like, businessmen, and
first thing in the morning.
Yeah. And it'd be like 6, we'd be coming in, and Slash go, whose room we going to, and we would continue, because sound check was until like, I don't know, there wasn't any sound check.
Yeah, if there was a sound check. Yeah,
the life we've chosen.
It's still the same when it comes to that, man. Every time we walk into a hotel, everybody just like grips onto the bottom of the table, and I go, okay, they'll be in the elevator and tucked away soon. But no, we come back down to the bar. We drop off our bags. We come down to the bar.
Yeah. Do you think they have that room? They have those rooms that they put us in. Sometimes I feel that. I feel like they have a special floor just for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything's nailed down.
Look at us. We've gone over 10 minutes because we're having so much fun.
Oh, yeah, we're over, huh? All right, we're going to play a song, but...
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming, Slash.
That was cool.
Prompt, on time. We were right here doing it. And had fun. And I'll be here next week with Billy Morrison. Billy Morrison's in Hawaii scuba diving right now.
Is he scuba diving?
Yeah.
Far out.
He loves the scuba dive, so he's doing that. Navarro's off doing the Panic Channel. He won't be around for the summer, but I hope you people enjoy what I do here at Camp Freddy. And
you do it well too.
Oh, it's fun. I'm just, I don't know.
I'm impressed.
Thanks. And
I'd be way too moody for this gig.
So thanks for coming, Slash. Thanks, TK. And see y'all next week. Rage Against the Machine.